Jonathan Jones, CBS Sports, alongside Los Angeles Rams head coach Sean McVay. Sean, thanks for taking the time.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Last time that I spoke to you out here, you were energized about this young group.
Yep.
What about last year did you learn about yourself having led that group?
Well, I think the previous year really forced a lot of reflection, Jonathan, and you're reminded that it's all about the people and not wanting to let them down. And as a leader, I think you're charged with influencing and affecting positive change with people you're around, situations you're a part of. I got away from a lot of the core beliefs that I had, and it was great to have what occurred in 22. But, man, those guys, they energized me. It was a youthful group. It was still some really special veteran leaders. And I think the journey that the season took us on was really helpful to really force that growth, to be able to learn from adversity, to develop a mental toughness, a resilience that we needed. And we've got a lot of guys that were a part of that team, and then we've added guys that are wired that way, whether it's the rookies or some of these free agents we've onboarded. But this is a blessing, and I'm loving it.
One of the key pieces, of course, is the quarterback.
Absolutely.
Matthew Stafford. And I'm curious about him. We were just talking off camera about how he did at practice, and so I'll ask you again. He looked pretty good out here today,
He
right?
was sharp. You know, I thought his communication, his command, our defense is doing a really nice job of being able to mix up a variety of looks, but I think he's getting through progressions. He's getting us in and out of the right stuff, and he's delivering the ball with accuracy and anticipation. He's a stud. He's so smart. He's truly an extension of our coaching staff, and what that does and what that enables us to do in terms of how we operate, the confidence that the other 10 guys in the huddle have with him, you can't put a price on that, and he's the man.
As I was thinking about this coming here, I thought about how unique a situation you and Matthew have, where I know that you coach him hard, right? He just had a contract adjustment, and you were in the room with the negotiations. You two, I think, would consider one another friends as
Absolutely.
well. I don't know that happens anywhere else in the NFL, where there's a coach and a quarterback who are friends, who get coached hard, who also the coach kind of sits in on the contract
Sure.
negotiations. How unique is that?
I think it's unique, but I think, he's so unique in terms of going into year 16, his understanding big picture, and he's earned the right to be in these positions. He's such a special player, and we are able to have honest conversations. I think he knows that I love him and care about him as a person way more than as a player, and we can have some, you can talk big picture, and then ultimately it's about finding a solution so that he can lead the way and then, be in a good situation for himself, for his family, and he's earned the right to do that. But I don't take that for granted, and we're really grateful for it.
I have a lot of friends, Sean, but they don't have sort of control over my purse strings, right? I mean, it is different, and it speaks to you and how you can handle him, right? It's not just him.
It does. I think it speaks to really the collaboration, but the ownership and understanding that he has for how all these things fit. There is a business side element to it, and you always want to acknowledge that while also making sure that, hey, the personal stuff is personal, and then we can have those types of conversations. But ultimately what I am grateful for is that we were able to get that situation solved, come to a solution, and then be able to focus on this football team. And what an amazing job he's done to start camp. I've been really pleased with him, and not surprised, but grateful.
How excited are you with a healthy Cooper Kupp and a Puka Nacua who is such a self-motivator, so self-driven? I know you talked about how he's leaner, more functional strength, what he's going to be able to do in year 2.
Yeah, I am. I'm very excited. Cooper, he's meant so much to me because going into year 8, my first year ended up being his rookie year. We have a really special relationship. I learned a lot about what a stud he is as a person in terms of how he handled and managed a situation where he was fighting through stuff, but he still led in his own way, still contributed in a big way. But he's healthy, he's feeling good. We want to keep him that way. He affects Puka in a positive way, DeMarcus Robinson and Tutu, and really that whole room.
Wanted to ask you, on the defensive side, there are guys who, obviously there's a lot more inexperience on the defensive side than the offense. How did last year help them, and was that enough, or are they still going to have to sort of, baptism by fire in 24?
You don't ever replace an Aaron Donald, but I thought we've got a lot of key contributors that earn the right to feel confident knowing that you earn it every single day going into this season. A lot of rookies played. We had some younger guys play, and then I thought we were able to add some veteran free agents. You look at Cam Curl, you look at Tre'Davious White. Those are big additions for our football team. You feel really good about that and what they can do for our back end. Darius Williams is another another guy. Got his hamstring tweaked a little bit a couple days ago, but he'll end up being back. And so I'm excited about that. We end up investing in the draft early on with those 2 studs from Florida State. And I think Byron Young's ready to take the next step. Ernest Jones is a great leader. So Kobe Turner is another guy that he bursts onto the scene as a rookie, but the way this guy works, the way that he approaches the game, he's going to be a great leader for our defense.
What are going to be the changes, the little nuances from a Raheem Morris defense to a Chris Shula defense?
We're in the midst of figuring that out. You know, Chris is so detailed. He does a great job of being able to lead, put his spin on it. He sees the game through an all-22 lens, Jonathan. And it's about continuously learning these players. What does it look like to try to be able to stay, up to speed with some of these great offenses that you're seeing in this league and in our division, but put our guys in position to be able to have some play opportunities and go attack and give them a chance to make plays and create some negatives.
And Sean, last question. I know that you recently sort of made headlines talking about how you learned how to better manage your time, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you were spending less time in the office, more time in the gym. How's this workout regimen been?
Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, I'll take the compliment. Chasing my little boy around right now. I'm losing some weight. Been working out with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp's trainer a little bit this offseason, trying to drink a little bit less and eat a little bit better. And, hey, what the hell? It's amazing how that works.
That's awesome. Sean McVay, thanks so much.
Thanks, Jonathan.